now.
Okay. Today we're going to try something. I want to post this for all you patriots out there. This is Perry's Patriot Chicken Stew. Where you can make stew just about out of any kind of meat. Venison, pork, chicken, like we take today, just one whole chicken. We cut it up, diced it up, and we got this. We're going to add that to our pot here. We're cooking outdoors today, and what we're doing is we're getting this big pot ready for where we're going to make the canning section of it will be on the second one of these little videos. So we'll show you how we can can this all up. What I've got here is just a whole bunch of vegetables. I've got, in fact, I want to read down the list. I've got, we got the one whole chicken. We got one large big turnip, 6 large potatoes peeled, diced about an inch square, and one whole bunch of celery, and one big large Walla Walla sweet onion. We're using about 6 cloves of garlic initially. We really like garlic around here, so we're going to be putting some garlic powder into it too. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I don't measure anything, okay? I go strictly by taste. But I've been doing cooking for so many years, I pretty much know what I put in it on a consistent basis. But you can use just about anything you want in a stew, okay? Continuing, we're going to have some little baby carrots in here, those little sweet ones. You can get them in the pack at the store. And we got some wax green beans. So we're just going to add all this right now. Get all that in there. I've got about a third of a pot this size. I think that's what, about 8 quarts. And I start with about 1/3 of it full of water. Okay? We'll stir this up first. This will give you an idea. It's got a lot of color in it. It looks pretty. Okay. Here comes the seasonings, which I say I don't generally measure anything. About the only time I measure anything is when I'm baking or something that's critical. Most cooking is not that critical. So we're going to add some bay leaves here. Give it that good stew smell. Say about 8 or 10 of those. Now, when we get done with this, we're going to do it about 3/4 of the way done, more of an al dente. Because when you load your fruit jars up to can this, you're going to cook it inside the jars anyway. So I'm going to add a little smoke, give it a little smoky flavor, about 3 tablespoons. Black pepper. I just, like I say, I go by sight. I give it a few shots here, and if we need to, I'll go by taste and then adjust from there. We're going to take some Lee & Perrins Winchester sauce and put about a 1/4 cup in there. Gives it a little more of a half of eating food is the smell. That's what really gets you in the mood to eat. We got some poultry seasoning here. I use it a lot with my pork and chicken. We're going to put probably 3 teaspoons or so of that in there. And add just a little more sage to it. Give it, say, maybe another half tablespoon or so. Red pepper flakes. I like a little zing to my stew. But we have a lot of delicate palates around too, so we have to be careful of what we're eating here. We're mixing up. I'm going to add a can of just plain old corn, niblet corn. Give it a good base.
Juice and all.
Juice and all, you bet. Now we got sea salt. We like to use sea salt. It doesn't have all the impurities of the regular coarse salts and stuff. Like I say, I'm putting in probably about, I'd say, a quarter cup in all this, because you're going to end up, this is all going to cook down, and we'll end up adding more water to it later. And we're going to cheat today also. We're going to cheat and make the roux by using a packaged chicken gravy. A lot of people, generally we can make it out of soy sauce and maybe like just a flour and make a roux that way, or you can make a chicken base and mix it up with cornstarch, whatever you want to use, just to kind of thicken it when you're getting close to being done. And that is all the ingredients I'm going to put in it. We're going to stir all this up. And there's your base for your stew. We're going to put the lid on this and probably let it go, I'd say probably 45 minutes or so, until it starts getting to the point where they're starting to get soft, but not too soft. Take it off the fire, and we'll end up letting it cool down a little bit before we start loading our jars for the canner. And that'll be in part 2 of this. So we'll see you in just a little bit, okay?